Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome to our Q&A with me, your host Alex Koloskov, and we do this for Photigy Premium Members Group for photographers who bought any course or program on Photigy. How you doing, guys? I'm great. A little bit not here yet. All is good. Hello, привет, бусинка. Pedro, Irene, all is good. Darcy, glad to see you guys. Okay, let's switch to this. I'm going to review. You will help me on this. You probably have seen email. If not, there is workshops coming. There are workshops coming. 2 workshops. Excuse me. And we'll be diving into AI. Today will be announced first one, and more to come. It will be business side, when it text, and all kind of assistance from large language models, as well as it will be workshops about how to use AI in photography. I can show you a little bit. I was playing with something. So this is a real photo of wine that I took for one of my courses. Okay, just a white background. Any shot will work, and you can easily remove background now with Photoshop if needed. Then I try to blend it with a prompt, like, hey, this bottle in a restaurant, and this is what I got. It's not perfect yet, as you can see. The label is not there, but it's quite good for 1 minute. Yeah, actually less than 1 minute generation, without any Photoshop, without anything, just as is. Then I said, okay, let's change the restaurant a little bit. So I feed this photo. It's a generated photo just to get a mood, and it starts producing something like this. You can see. Now we have glass, and now we have those lights. So it blends actual photo into the some environment. It could be photography, it could be generated environment, doesn't matter. It could be any background. So particular result, I'm still working on this, but it will be next workshop that will be running for VIP and Pro Club. It will be free, and anyone else, you can always sign up to the workshop. Anyway, it was a little announcement. So, get back to work. We don't have much submissions today, but we do have good photos to talk about. Let me refresh just in case. Maybe no, there is nothing new. So, Darcy, I'm glad you're here, so we can talk about your photo. Okay, Jack Daniels. Yeah, I remember I was sorry, I need to shut down this phone. One second, it's super. Okay, sorry. So, Darcy, do you have anything? Yes, it's a challenge. Corners. Okay, so let's talk about corners. You selected the bottle with the corners. It's square on a section, right? It's not a regular bottle that is cylindrical. And you position it this way. Now tell me, if I would never see this bottle, never, ever. All the bottles that I've seen are cylindrical. Do you think I'm gonna get that this is a different shape bottle? I'm not sure, because I don't see it. I see only top a little bit. I see these edges. I mean, it doesn't look like a cylinder, but still, I don't see the full shape of it. What I'm telling you is this. I would rotate it a little bit. I wouldn't place it directly facing to the camera, because the beauty of this bottle is that it's not cylindrical. We need to show it. So I would rotate it. With cylindrical, we always place it facing to the camera, right? Label, face, and it's understandable. That's completely right. Here, I would turn it. Which way? Probably toward the glass, like to center. And I think it will work better. You can have, a little bit of side. You can create some specular reflection in it. Then you can have label, and the lighting for the label could be slightly different to make it it's flat label, but it's cool when we highlight it, not like you completely flat with uniform feel light, sort of. I would still try to place some spot on that bottle, on the label, like diagonally, some little spot, so it will be brighter and darker, so it will be some sort of a gradient. It always looks good. You can do this in Photoshop. You can make like an oval, which will be a little bit brighter. Corners will be a little bit darker, and it will work. Dodge and burn, except rotation, you can fix it. Let me see. I have more things to say. Okay, so this is the light. Yeah, you just got everything, with that light on that distance, filled with just plain light. It's okay, but it could be done better if it would be a small spot and not that position, but somehow on the angle from the right or from the left. Okay. And then what else do we have? Okay. Yeah, and strip boxes are better. You see that, well, this square, almost square, sort boxes, they good for many things, but strip box looks like you have strip box on the other side. Not sure though. Strip box are better because you can have a gradient. On this bottle, it's not super important. There is no surface that it will be visible, but still. And also, I would suggest you to have on one side not a diffuser, but just this type of light, and I would make a strip box from this bottle. Okay. I would cover half of this softbox with something black, like a black screen, so it will be narrow softbox instead. With this light, I would make some specular highlight on the right side, okay, like an edge light. You don't have it here. You see the top, you don't have it. Also, this side, you see it's slightly overexposed. This edge, it's not completely square, right? It's like hexagonal, right? But with different sides. The sides of each side is different. There are little ones, and these are overexposed. This one, again, I don't think it's super cool on this particular angle that you have. It would be, well, I would dial down the brightness. Specular highlights on the edges is fine, but this is a thick one, okay? Thick, and it may be not good. Edges made hard. You know why it's hard, Darcy? Because of your lighting. You use lighting for cylindrical subjects to create gradients. You have these big diffusers, you have strip boxes, even though you won't be able to create nice gradient because it's not strip box, it's soft box. Strip box will make you will have more chances to create a gradient on that diffuser with a strip box. So since you don't have them, cover these half with the black screen, and it will be strip box. Okay, not super convenient, but doable. And I would use it probably one on one side and with a diffuser, and another just a bare strip box. Okay, it will be more dramatic look. It will be some specular reflections, bright reflection, and it will be soft reflection. Combining both usually works really good. Okay. copy paste background. Aurora. Yeah, you're talking about AI. Well, it's not. You can do with prompt. Background is. I mean, you can create it just by text, or you can supply image. Yeah, and it will try to blend it. But you see, it blends not. I mean, the background has changed a lot. If you talk about these photos. Anyway, we'll talk about this a little bit later. Okay, yeah, about copy paste. I'm not sure what you guys talking about, this shot or previous one. Also, Darcy, I would definitely crop it. If this is final shot, it looked like it's final shot, I would crop it on the sides a little bit, because your table, it looks good except the corners and edges, right? That's something, I mean, it doesn't look like crate or whatever it's supposed to be. Yeah, it could be cool, you know, cool wooden crate, for example, old one, like pirates. But this kind of strange, so better just to have it like that. Okay, then it looks like, yeah, you have issues with the background, with the table. I don't believe that it's staying there. Okay, I see. So it wasn't, right? I didn't notice it. This is interesting idea. Yeah, anyway, it's like floating. This glass definitely cannot sit like this on the surface. To blend it, it's fine to use digital background. Nothing wrong with it. If you want, that's not the problem. But you need to blend it well. Look at this. This glass with lots of lights coming through. Lots of lights. It should have these lights on the background. So here I would make it brighter, you know, some little bit like spills from this sort of like a glass lens. Talking about this glass. Here and here it will be darker. Same under the bottle, it will be dark edge, like little shadow. It will be probably some shadow behind. So you need to really look how it was on this shot, on this one, okay, shadows and everything, and just copy them. Try to, you know, to get into the final result, even though it was a combination of images. Yes, add shadows, add highlights here. Again, look at your real shot. It will be easier for you than to guess, you know, where shadow, where not. Okay. What else? Background. Background is okay, but what's not okay, that it's not nice like a circular. It's a gradient, but there is some, like, you know, how you call it, that explosion in the sun when it bursts stuff toward the earth. So something is coming out on that side. It's not perfect snoot or whatever you are using, and it will be nicer if it could be just like a circle. You can always do it in Photoshop. Okay, you can darken this side and try to make it similar to that, to the left side. Okay. In terms of how big it is, the position, it's up to you. I would probably make it slightly larger, and or probably slightly lower, but this way it's fine too. Just make it like nice and symmetrical. Okay. This glass is super nice. The eyes is super cool too. You have great eyes inside. eyes. It still look a little bit plain. Why? Probably because you have very soft light for this. I have the same glass, I have the same eyes, and I was playing a lot with it some time ago, long time ago. I know that it looks super cool if you would have some spotlight, that big, very small spotlight, hitting this glass either from behind on a side or from top to make it like a little bit, getting lights from within, sort of. It starts glowing. To make it, again, if you would have slightly more contrast lighting around, it will be darker here, and this glass will be more like glowing if you hit it with the spotlight. So there is I was shooting many times like this. Okay, so this is the very controversial picture that I took a long time ago. It just was, different glass, but similar eyes. This type of look I'm talking about, I'm not saying that you do it that dark, your composition is way brighter, but how I did it here, I have a light really on top, exactly on top, spotlight. You can see on the bottom a little bit of that light. It was a little bit larger than the glass. Smoke, yeah, it was for fun. Of course, it's like controversial why smoke is coming, but this photo was really good because of this, and got really good social media traction because, there was different opinions. But the light and the look, what I'm suggesting you is somehow similar to this, okay? There's another one that I took with either iPhone or Hasselblad. You see this one, just iPhone, yeah. And similar idea, it looks more interesting when it's a little bit darker on the sides. You see the light coming through. Okay. He used apple juice. Okay, that's another thing. The apple juice doesn't look like this whiskey. It's way darker. Look, the bottle, the size of the bottle, it's comparable to the size, I'm talking about thickness of liquid, comparable to size of the glass. So if I pour this whiskey into that glass, it will be darker. Definitely it will be darker, more brownish. For me, it looks like it's different liquid, and it's not good. I'm not saying that you have to, open this bottle or use another one, but you can get coloring, food coloring stuff, or think about how you can make this look like that. Just pick the color that will match a little bit more than you do. That's important, otherwise it looks strange, okay? Apple juice is super cool. Tea, exactly, Ren. Tea is a perfect coloring solution for anything that resembles whiskey, cognac, anything that has aged on wood, oaks and stuff. Soy sauce too, yeah. So, good advice, yeah. But when you use tea, make sure to filter it when you pour it, because it will have little pieces that will start glowing under harsh light. If you have sharp light on a tea, it's not clear. It will be like glowing inside, which doesn't look good. So you need to filter it very well. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. So better blending on the background, rotation, a little bit better lighting on the label. You can fix it in Photoshop. More contrast and interesting lighting overall, and specifically for the glass of that whiskey, color of the whiskey, and crop. Yeah, and crop to remove this. It doesn't look good. The edges of this little box that you have. Use the real thing and enjoy. Yeah, that's I would do the same. The only thing that you need to have 2 bottles of the thing. You shouldn't open this one. before the shot is done. Yeah, after that you can do. Okay, I think that's it. So Darcy, if you have anything, ask me or whatever you have, post now. I'm going to another shot to talk about. Okay, Sanfer, hello Sanfer, my dear top contributor. This is cool. How you get this font here? Mystery. Okay. Let's see what you mean by your lighting setup. Wait a second. Where is the camera? I don't know where the camera is, Sanfer. I'm not getting. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this one is better. I don't think we need any of those droplets. Mainly because they're too small and they're not spherical. Droplets here is actually a good idea because of the shape of the bottle. This, the cap, the top one, and this little pumzik mumzik. It's just, it's spherical. So little droplets may be cool idea, but they should be larger, they should be bigger, and they should be, larger and bigger. Come on. And they should be spherical. What I suggest is to use those liquid gels that I have. Let's see. I'm talking about these guys. Okay. You can buy them on Amazon. That's not how they cost, or maybe it's £55 bag. Yeah, that's probably how it costs. So you buy it dry on Amazon, and it's silica, I think. Yeah. And then you pour water. They grow, and you can throw them, and they will look really nice over there. There are black. There are any colors. There are non-transparent, completely black, which may work for you really well. There are transparent. You can use them with lighting. I have them. If you've seen some of tutorials, I have lots of shots with those gels. They're beautiful. So if you put them here, a few of them flying, it may be a good idea, but not these. Okay, it's like mud or something. So this one. This one is your kind of final shot. Again, cool idea with this almost like a flower behind. Maybe, it's petals, right? It's real flower. What you can do here, I'm thinking. So lighting could be, I know it's hard to shoot this subject, but reflections on this a little bit amateurish, I would say, non-professional. Why? Because I see, your little diffuser in front of the camera with the hole for the lens, probably. So I see your lighting setup. It's not good. We don't show it, or ourselves or our studio. For this subject, the best idea. You said you try to cover the lens with white sheet. So it's not enough. With this shape of the subject, the way that it reflects, the angle of reflection, it's way larger than whatever you have covered your lens. You see, it should be like 10 times larger. How to do this? You either move closer or you really make larger diffuser. If you would do U-shape, you understand, right? U-shape large diffuser, you just bend it, the Savage plastic, for example, with the hole for the lens, and it will cover all the reflection. It will be a beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. You only need to fix the hole for the lens in Photoshop if it will be some reflection on here, but really it will work really nice with this shot, because the only problem here is the center. Okay, the edges, you know, this edge light looks good. Also we have problem with the brand name, right? It's not reflecting everything it should be. How we fix it with the composite image, we usually to catch all the reflection from something really glossy and important to show on a shot, like this label, brand name. You shoot the bottle, you shoot everything, and then you put a reflector somewhere to get a reflection on all of this. And it's not flat reflector, it should be the gradient. Okay, so you create a gradient in the reflector, put it somewhere, and grab only the wording, only the brand name, logo, or whatever from that shot, because it will be, you know, the rest won't look good with a reflector specifically for these words usually. So you can do then blend it in Photoshop, just, you know, words, and everything will be visible, because losing O is not good. Nobody will buy this photo from you. I mean, if I would be the owner of this brand and this would be my ad shot, I said no, it's machine, whatever, not machino. It's fun. Okay, so little pieces here and there, but overall shot is good. I mean, you making progress now. It's better than what I've seen before. So good work, man. Just watch your reflections. Okay. Oh, that's fun. This what I was thinking to suggest to here. Have some spot behind everything, you know, behind all this, something like very, I mean, not bright, but like a glowing, like you have here, but imagine somewhere behind this, so it will glow behind those petals, little bit showing the not completely black background. It may be a cool idea, not sure, but cool, like that. Not sure. Too many things, colors too different. This purple, it doesn't exist, and you know. Okay, so thank you for your submission. You're getting better and better. Corey's art reproduction photography tutorial. Yeah, we were looking for it. Looks like we don't have it. I remember that I was shooting. I remember that I did short mini, not tutorial, more like an announcement on YouTube long time ago, but we stopped. I don't think we did the whole tutorial, maybe because it was too easy, you know. I was thinking that nobody will need it. So guys, the question is this: how do we shoot, how do we do reproduction of drawings? If it's actually a common task, many artists they like to have digital copies of their work, and they are looking for photographers to take high resolution pictures for them. How do we shoot anything that flat, like a drawings? Imagine this is a drawing, right? How we shoot it? Definitely not. I mean, just give me ideas. Let's brainstorm. And answer Corey's with ideas. So if this is the painting, I do have light in front of me. It's a circular light for my face. Look, for face it looks okay, but for this one it doesn't look okay, because we may have glare, right? Glare is never good. The idea overhead, good idea, but I would do this. Instead of overhead, I would use two lights from sides, and let's say this is the camera, you are the camera, this is the painting. I would use them either next to camera, but like about 30 degree, okay, 30 degree from here. This is 0, this is 30. This is how I would use it. Or more to the side, depending on the surface. Glossy surface, more flat painting will require lights to be a little bit towards the camera, maybe like 30, 45 degree. It still shouldn't catch reflection from those lights, so reflection coming on this way, it won't be any highlight to the camera, because all the glossy surface, let's say there are some glossiness, there are some not, so glossy surface will reflect it to opposite side, not to the camera. And still it will highlight relatively well the whole thing. If it's highly textured, like oil painting or something that has, I mean, it's not flat, you know, like that oil painting with lots of, I forgot how to name that style. So it's like lots of paint on a canvas, and it's cool, it's like a feature, we need to showcase it. In this case, I would use some light on the sides, relatively sharp angle, and it will cast shadows from those, you know, pieces of paint. One light should be at least 2 or 3 times less bright than another one, so it shouldn't be equal. Otherwise, it will be no shadows. We need to have shadows. One light should be larger, one light should be smaller, so sharper light, and then fill light on other side. So somewhere like this, okay. If it's more flat, like I said, light that more from the front will be good. But we need to avoid any sharp reflection. It should be uniform feeling with the texture intact. So we need to show the texture, and we need to highlight, you know, relatively uniform the whole paint. If you can do this with, you know, these ideas, it will work. It definitely will work. I know, I've been there. Brush. Oh, Zambor, thank you. That's awesome. Thank you for your kind of words. I'm talking about our chat. It's always glad. It's always pleasure to read such comments. So, okay, let's do like this. Okay. And the last one today won't be too long, right? Oh, by the way, how about taking it outside? No, it's not our way. Aurora, yeah, studio photographers, we're not using, you know, ambient lighting for studio work. Of course, you potentially can do if it's overcast day, no direct sun, if you know, put some reflectors, because it will be more light on top, less light on the bottom if you take it outside. So it's way more trickier, and lighting condition changes. And if you have like several paintings, well, it's not a good idea to shoot them outside. Anyway, we do everything inside, we control everything. We are lighting magicians, right? We control our environment, we control our world in the studio, you know, by manipulating everything. When you go outside, we cannot control it, so it's not our environment. Okay. So, Aurora, you did. What was the change? Let me see what was previous one. Okay, so it was like this, and yeah, now I remember. Let's see. Nice. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. That's beautiful. There is no like division between, you know, the highlighted area and the dark area. It just seemingly the sort of like a gradient on a flat surface, and it's cool. This is cool. I like it. Yeah, and SanDisk is better comparing to this compared to this, guys. This was the previous shot, so there was line because of the difference of the lighting. SanDisk was not good. So great improvement, what I can tell. And the color, it's cool too. It's probably a little bit too saturated on my taste, a little bit. I would, like probably 15 years ago, 10 years ago, I would say that's cool. But now I'm getting older, so a little bit saturation should be a little bit less. Of course, that's subjective. But still, I will probably dial down a little bit. Talking about background color. Blue is good. Blue and this sort of orange red is good, very good. And yeah. I think what I can find here to critique. I see a little bit of vertical lines on this side on the background. You see, I found a little bit, so it's a little bit uneven. Not a big deal at all, nobody will see it, but this side, you see, this side is perfect. On this side, especially if you start moving it, you can see that there is something going on here a little bit. Yeah. And Aurora, maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe it will be a good idea to get this edge the same brightness as this one. This one is slightly darker. You see, we see more texture here, and here we don't see much texture. So I would make it slightly darker because it's a little bit too bright. It's like the brightest part of the whole image. This is good. Probably the same. Photoshop, I don't think you have overexposure there, so you have color information. Okay. That's it. Overexposure causes texture loss. Yes, definitely. Overexposure kills everything. Texture, for sure. You don't see any pixels. Yeah. It's quite a big difference here and there, right? Here we lost texture. Here we have it. So, guys, thank you so much. Do you have any questions for me? Okay. Aurora, no, I don't see your email. All the emails that is sent to support mailboxes is handled by our support team, and if they cannot handle it, they kind of forward me to answer. I'll check. Probably it wasn't answered, if you're asking. Darcy, redo. It's a good idea to, if you can, if it's still, you have all the stuff, it's a good idea to play with it a little bit more, because you see that the best learning happens when you have iterations like this. You do something, you get it reviewed by instructor, by community members, whatever. Somebody will review it, and then you redo it based on the review, based on the critique. In this case, believe me, it will be like hardwired in your brain, all these solutions. So next time you won't even think how to shoot it. You will know it. So yeah, if you have time, definitely try to redo it with all this stuff that I told you, all the ideas. Again, I may be wrong with something, maybe not. Remember that I'm only the guy who knows a little bit more than you in photography. I have my own vision. I have my own, the perception and everything. And it's not a guide for you. It's like a reference point. You can like a check, what I think, but still you should do the way that you feel the best in terms of aesthetic and everything, because this way you will develop your style. I don't want you to copy my style, okay? I want you to grab my techniques, how to get things done. But what things, what to highlight, this is your vision. This is, guys, for everyone. So techniques is good. The style is maybe not the best idea. If it's yours, if you feel like, oh, this is what I want to do, I mean, that style, that's completely fine. It just, But if you not agree with something, that's fine. Too, you need to go with it. However, technically, it should be done very well, because regardless of style. Okay. Oh yes, there's the second bottle. I had this whiskey. That's good one, especially when, well, that's probably not related for you, but when you have party and you don't want to mix it with any stuff you can drink because it's sweet, and with ice you can really drink it like for a while without having this bitter thing in your mouth. Okay, so we're good. We're good to go. We're good to say I am ready to say you goodbye. Thank you guys for joining me today. Again, watch for announcements. What I'm talking about, workshops, it will be real online workshop, not a recording. I want to do, because it's AI stuff, and believe me, you may have your own opinion about how good or bad AI in both like visual content generation or textural, but this is the future, really. It's like I said, it's like electricity, and just a few years from now, and everything will be electrified, like it was 100 years ago. Same with AI. If you know how to use it, it's better for you to know how to use it. So it will be announcement, and you'll join, and together we'll do stuff that I will be showing you. You do the same. It's not shooting; it's sitting in your computer and doing some little bit IT stuff maybe, but it's worth it. And it's easy. No worry. Alrighty. It's the same as tomorrow. No, it will be a little bit different. No, tomorrow it's animation. I run animation workshop for Russian-speaking students, and it will be video. This type of video, That was generated yesterday. I was playing and generated it. So it will be animation. Not sure how Photigy will like animation. We probably will do it, but later. For Photigy photographers, I'll do AI more like with bottle of wine that I showed you. And textual, like assistant, GPT assistant that can do marketing research for you and approach clients and everything. It's a beautiful thing, really. It's like when I did it, I want to show you, and I want you to do this. No, it's not Midjourney. No, it's all completely free. All this is Stable Diffusion. You run it on your local machine. It's there on my machine. Oh, you didn't see what I'm talking about. Sorry. This is what the video that I said, animation. All this video that I got yesterday, just playing with it. It's Stable Diffusion. It can generate images. It can generate videos. This one took like 1 hour to generate, but it's basically 5 textual prompts, and it's crazy a little bit. It's transformations. I also did this one. That's even more interesting. Tomorrow we'll have for Russian-speaking community workshop how to do this. It's all free. I mean, not the workshop, but tools. You either do it on your machine or you rent cloud computing. So you need to buy all this PC with graphic cards and stuff. But again, it's coming to Photigy. Now we'll be switching to AI. Because mostly why I was not doing any new workshops and tutorials, because I don't know what to teach, really, guys. I mean, I covered all the, physics, all possible subjects, at least in my opinion, in product photography, and just, going the same again and again. I don't like it. And now I found something that really inspires me, so I'll be doing for Photigy community as well. I mean, sharing all this. Those who want to get into this new age will be joining me. Anyway, cool, guys. See you next Thursday. Some of you I'll see tomorrow, and watch for announcements. So we start rock and roll again. Okay, bye guys. Have a good rest of your week and weekend. It will be rainy as hell here all day. Well, it's not raining today, but anyway, we'll find what to do. Goodbye. Bye, my friends.